I'm not gonna fester this generational curse of hatred, bro. You know, and unfortunately, it started as kids and just was left unchecked. And that's what I want to encourage a lot of parents now. If there's something going on with your kids and it's not checked, check it because you don't know what kind of monster you could be accidentally making. Think of how a split mom would look at her ex-husband or how the husband looks at his ex-wife. That's how me and my brother were. Like, I don't like you. He's like, I don't like you either. And it got to hate even like we were, spewing the worst things to be said at people to where it's like, it hit me like this isn't even mine. Like, I'm not going to fester this generational curse of hatred, bro. You know? And unfortunately, it started as kids and just was left unchecked. And that's what I want to encourage a lot of parents now. If there's something going on with your kids and it's not checked, check it because you don't know what kind of monster you could be accidentally making. Legit. Or, like, not even a monster, but a monster of a situation you're making. Like, what if my parents sat me and my brother down and said, y'all gonna go to counseling or whatever it is until you get it right. If it takes a year, we're gonna until you get it right. You know, I would have loved that versus just allowing us to not like each other for years and years and years and years and years to where it took us 27 10 years ago, 17, 23 years of us just not being cool. If I'm 27, you know what I'm saying? Or 20, it was at least 20 years. Like, yeah, it's like almost like pushing that of us like not being cool, that we're just now being brotherly like.
Right.
It even still feels weird sometimes. But yeah, I just know that if it was checked, it wouldn't even be like what it is right now because we would have, you know what I'm saying, it would have been checked. Like, what if you let one weed grow? Yeah, it'll ruin the whole garden. But if you stop it, it might have just ruined a plant or two, but that's damage that can be managed. You know?
You're so wise now. Yeah, like you have to hear yourself, right? The way you speak about this past, right? You're wholesome. The way you kind of you approach this, right? But obviously, when you're in it, right? You don't really have these light in the tunnels.
Yeah.
Like teachers? Is it teachers? Like, are they like, hey man, your grades? Let's just anyone trying to like help you with becoming a little bit more mindful, I guess, and more, more conscious in that area. Anyone trying to give you support in school?
During high school, mainly, I mean, it was just my senior year coaching staff, legit, that saved me because you got to think I'm flunking out every year, so who's helping me? You can't tell me somebody is.
Yikes, man.
Like, no offense, but I'm saying, like, legit, look at it. I was not successful until my last year. So my help came my last year. So a teacher that stands out to me is Mr. Hernandez from Roosevelt. I think he's retired this year. That crushes my heart. But he taught government and economics, and he would have therapy sessions in class. And he retired, so y'all can't come after him. But back then, he would legit pause the class. Because say like he was talking about like a important lesson about the government or economics. He would tie it with life and let people voice. One time it was weird. This is I recall it. He helped me get cool with my high school ex, and we were beefing for the longest.
Sure.
Because we had the same history or that same class, and we were enemies. But through his class, one time we were sitting there crying, but letting stuff go. He called us to like let stuff go.
Yo.
I'm crying, she's crying, they're crying because we heard about their story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is government and economics, bro. Like, this is what? But that sparked it in me, and I gave him my all.
Yo.
And I got an A, my first ever A. You know what I'm saying? Since middle school, like, I never even got that in middle school. Really, a besides PE or music. You know, that was very easy. So yeah, Mr. Hernandez, Coach Burrell, Coach Shelley, Coach Worley, Coach Williams. It was a freshman year.
Yo.
I think it's Coach Anjane, or yeah, that was freshman year too. So I just from a kid and then being in high school, I'm learning my father figures that I'm looking for at the most. I'm just being taught just different lessons from these different people. Like Coach Burrell taught me, like showed me a man can forgive anything, because I just got caught smoking weed.
Yo.
Yeah, junior year. And
jeez, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy how that turn of events, because you got to think I'm already flunking, or not flunking, but like I'm not making a 2.0 average, you know? So now it's my junior year and I'm already in give up mode. It's like showing, you know? And actually, fun fact, that was week 10. We were playing Centennial my junior year. So I actually did have decent enough grades to play, but I ruined it by smoking weed. So I didn't play a full year of high school ball. It was a few hours before playing them, and we already had been doing this all season, junior year. We're going and leaving class early, getting our meal. Coach says, we'll see y'all back here at this time. We go down to the local park. And the parks in Eastvale, like this was back in like 2010, so it's not really as developed as it is. So there's like a lot of dips and, you know, like spots where we could duck off. So we already built the habit of smoking before every game because we knew Coach wasn't putting us in. So we just sitting there all day, like Coach got us just sitting there. So anyways, we smoked, and then come week 10, we're doing the same thing, but for some reason it's raining and we don't want to walk over to the park and do what we usually do. Then we did it on campus. And we got caught by RoboCop, the worst got to get caught by.
Yo.
And that's when I faced the threat of expulsion. Immediately kicked off the football team, like a good riddance kickoff, like legit middle finger, bye. It got so bad to the point I had my mom go to the superintendent's office because I was getting jokes thrown at me by the staff.
Yo.
Yeah, so like I've been through some weird shit. So I'm walking, right, just back from being expelled. You know, I'm already in the drug prevention class to stay on campus, and a PE teacher, I don't even know her name. If I saw her, I'd probably throw an egg at her, just to mess with her. She gonna tell me, she was like staring at me, and I was like, "Hi." She was like, "Are you?" I was like, "What?" And she started laughing. Like, are you high? I told my mom. She said, what? You know, mom went off and, kicked off the team. And then that's where Coach Burrell comes in. Coach Stacy had just was either fired or quit, thank God. And Coach Burrell came in and said, I don't care about whatever happened in your past. I see you can ball. See you trying to turn stuff around. Do you want to come play again? He let me on the team. Turned my life around. I lost 35 pounds because at the time I was 323 pounds. So yeah, I was the heaviest I'd ever been. New coaching staff knew everything, and I got down to 273. Azusa Pacific comes in, talks to me, says we believe in you too. The head coach, Coach Santa Cruz, and again more men coming into my life and leading me and showing me. So I legit went from you're not gonna graduate high school, loser, failure, druggie, weedhead, whatever, to like, again, shout out to LeBron James because he inspired me. He like showed me like being a two-time champion is possible. And I went to APU and I did it. And I'm like, I'm looking at these rings like, so I'm not a loser. And that's why I wear them. These rings are about 10 years old, bro. This one is officially 10 years old. This one will be 10 years old next year. But I wear them like this and then they're worn out because, again, people told me I wasn't even going to leave high school.